Hey guys, welcome to the channel once again, and I know this upload is after a very long time. In fact, this month of October has been one of those months wherein I have the least uploads, and that is not really normal because I believe in uploading every single day. But there were a few things that happened. I was not keeping well. At the same time, the second channel, that is Kratos 390, started getting some much needed attention because, well, I've got a new bike and I've started working on that channel as well. But that doesn't mean that you guys will be forgotten. That doesn't mean that smartphone tutorials will not be getting new ROMs, new flashing, and a lot of new modding stuff. At the same time, every once in a while, there is this small cute unboxing that we always do. So I thought, why not kick off this particular weekend with the unboxing of the new kid on the block in the budget segment. Now, this baby right here is the Realme C1. It costs you around 6,999, that is 7,000 Indian rupees, and that gives you a huge display with a notch, 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of internal storage with a dedicated micro SD slot, a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, and that's a lot of things for 7,000 rupees. Now, this is supposedly the challenger to the Rolex and the Riva, two of the most loved devices on my channel. Now, I know with the way Realme has been dealing with developers, this might not get any custom ROMs, but hey, is this your good bang for buck? Is this something that you should consider for someone old in the house or maybe a kid or something like that? We will find out in this particular unboxing. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon because we do awesome stuff with smartphones. At the same time, here's a card to my much loved second channel, that is Kratos 390, and that's getting a lot of content off lately, so please subscribe to that as well. Now, without further ado, after a long time, hello awesome people, welcome to Smartphone Tutorials. My name is Kailash. Let's get unboxing. Alright guys, so unboxing time again at Smartphone Tutorials, and today we have the Realme C1 in the house. Now, this of course is a device which is here for a reason, because it is trying to do something different. A notch at 7,000 rupees, a big display above 6 inches at 7,000 rupees, and a lot of things. Although the processor is a Snapdragon 450, but I've had my time with this phone. I have two Realme C1s with me right now. I've been playing PUBG on one, and trust me, I was surprised. So let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a dedicated gaming and benchmark test, which will definitely include a lot of PUBG gameplay. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to see that. Nonetheless, we are here for the unboxing, and it's a red and white box, says Realme, some information here, no specs over here, so nothing much going on. Says Realme C1 to the side, and yeah, I got it from Flipkart. So of course, this is not a review unit, we are still a small channel for that, but very soon we should have that as well. So let's try to open the plastic packaging and let's see actually how the first impressions of this wonderful phone are. Okay, so it's time for the favorite part of the video, to take the plastic off. Now, whenever I do this for any new device or anything new, it is always a wonderful feeling. The box has this sort of a matte feel to it. So really clean packaging there. Now, does it directly come off like OnePlus devices? Package is aside now. Now, first things first, what we get here is, I'm guessing, a soft TPU case. And I'm pretty much right. Now over here it does say that we have a SIM ejector tool in there, so let's quickly have a look at that. There we have it. That's the SIM ejector tool. Let's leave this aside, and we have a few warranty leaflets over here, so we'll leave that aside as well. Who reads it? And then we have the soft TPU case, which has become a standard these days in mid-range and a lot of high-end phones as well, and feels of good quality, has sort of a rubberized, texturized finish in the back section, so that should help with the grip, and feels pretty good as well. Now let's quickly have a look at this thing over here. This is what we are talking about in this particular video. If you look at the sheer size of the device, you will say that it doesn't really feel like a 7,000 rupees phone, and trust me, you would be right, because it wouldn't feel like that. Now, how do I take this off? Let me just... yeah, that's the easier way out. Okay, there was a way to pull it out, but nonetheless, we have the initial plastic wrapping over here. So for a budget phone, that's pretty good packaging is what I would say. I have to give that to Realme. So let's take that off, and yeah, we'll leave this aside. And again, we have some plastic here at the back, so let's take that off. And do we have any plastic at the front? Now what looks like over here is a good thing is that they already have a pre-applied screen protector, so good job there. Now first impressions, it's a very glossy finish. It is feels like glass, but I think it is a plastic build, and the frame is plastic as well. So we will go through the overview of the device a little bit later. Now let's just boot the phone up. And while the device boots up, let's see what else we have in the package. Nothing much as expected. Now this charger does look pretty much reminiscent of the older OnePlus chargers, if you will. And what is the rating over here? Okay, so that's some sort of a bad news, because on Xiaomi devices, you know, as it is white on gray text and stuff, you won't be able to see it, but it says 5 volts at 1 ampere. Now that's a 5-watt charger. That's of course the USB cable, nothing to do with that, but it's going to be really slow. And I'm not really sure if this baby here with the Snapdragon 450 that we are talking about supports quick charging or not. Nonetheless, we are on the setup screen, so I'll quickly skip through it, and then we'll have a look at the first impressions of this device, and we'll talk about the charging and the battery backup and all the other things in the full review of the Realme C1, because it will be tough, but I'll be using it as my daily driver at least for 2 to 3 days, and let's see how that goes. Alright, so what you're looking at right now is the home screen of the Realme C1. Although not reminiscent of some mid-ranges like the Note 5 Pro or even the Redmi Note 5, I would say it's a very beautiful HD panel. Apart from that, we have a notch up top, and if we go to settings, the first thing of course that we check always is the software version, because that is very important to us. So if we go to settings and if we go to about, you would see that this is running ColorOS version 5.1 with Android 8.1 Oreo. The processor of course is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 with 2 GB of RAM, and out of the 16 GB of claimed internal storage, you'll be getting around 7.28 GB. Apart from that, all the other information is there. Security patch level is August 2018. Now that's September, October, so that's around a couple of months old, which is still fine. That should be updated. And while I was playing around with this particular device, before we look at the other aspects of this particular phone, let me just tell you that ColorOS is loaded with feature. Now this does have the gesture navigation option, this does have face unlock, this does have a lot of off-screen gestures and stuff like that. So you can see face and passcode is over here. If you go to smart and convenient, you have the option to go ahead and swipe up gesture, enable that particular option. I'm not going to do that now because we'll cover that maybe in the full review for that matter. Apart from that, the good thing that I found with the face unlock of this particular device is that it allows you to use face unlock for app lock. Now that is a good thing. Although face unlock, let me tell you, it was a very normal experience. It was nothing out of the world because it was really slow when compared to my Note 5 Pro, and I know that I'm being unfair. Now apart from this, if we have a look at the camera here, quick first look, how does it look? There we go. So yeah, the camera looks kind of okay, and just to give you the gist of it, well, my first impressions were pretty decent. It's nothing to write home about, but the camera was good, and at the front of course you have a good camera as well. Now let's quickly have a quick overview of this particular device. To the front of course we have the 6.2-inch HD plus display, if you will, and you do have a 5 megapixel front camera with the earpiece housed in the notch. Now the front camera works for face unlock as well, so there's no dedicated facial recognition. Of course, what do you expect? This phone just costs you around 7,000 rupees or maybe $100. To the left you have the volume down and volume up key, and the SIM tray which has a dedicated SD slot. Now if you look at the top, it is completely empty. There's nothing much going on. Now to the right you do have the power button, nothing else there. And if you look at the bottom, you have the primary microphone, you have the 3.5mm jack, you have the micro USB port and the primary speaker. And last but not the least, when you look at the back of this device, of course it is a fingerprint magnet and it has the dual camera setup, so that is there for your portraits, and of course you have a flash and just a very basic Realme branding. So you know, that was the quick unboxing, the first look, and first impressions, I think this phone should go a long way if you don't expect a lot out of it. But how will it fare in the long time? Well, can I bear it for 2 to 3 days? Well, we should come to know. But for now, this was the video, guys, and a lot of interesting stuff is coming on because I'm feeling good. The second channel is back in action, so is this one. So stay tuned until the next one. This is Kailash signing off at Smartphone Tutorials. Keep smiling, take care, goodbye, and have a great weekend.